In many ways, the man opposite him represents the younger version of himself. Inoue's ripped through contenders as Donaire did over a decade ago. Tonight, he finds adjustments into his 30s. Stiff right hand lands that time. And Donaire comes back with that famous left hook. Both men exchanging. Taking a jab there from Inoue. Cagey, respectful, but when they go, they really go. Left hook upstairs, right hand to the body.
Like you say, Chris, that setting traps all the time. The variation's brilliant. Head, body.
There was that check left hook from Donaire as Inoue stepped in. Just the warning signs for him that if he does overcommit, he will be tagged. Say about Donaire, he's never been overawed by an opponent, even when he's been outboxed or...
Donaire is willing to stand there in front of Inoue. See the work here, both jumped him a left hook. It's the left hook of Inoue that landed.
Well, they all say don't hook with a hooker, it applies to them both. They both did it in that first round. Donaire missed, Inoue landed, and it will be those margins, Darren, in a fight where one fighter has faded through.
What that does allow, sorry Chris, is Inoue, when he does stand there, is able to take a step back and try and counter Donaire.
It was Donaire who was the track setter in the glory years of his career. As Inoue lands that left hook, a couple of Donaire isn't able to read, but he's walking through them so far. Catches Inoue on the chin, short left hook. Inoue tried to hang on there.
So I mean, if Donaire is trying to get this into the later rounds, it's so important he does it, dictating the pace, making Inoue work, so when he does get him into that second half of the contest, he's made him work an awful lot. This is good work, really showing his experience here, taking the sting out of shots, walking forward.
Question marks that so far are just being answered by Nonito. Donaire back down at 118 pounds, arguably a more natural weight division for him. And come up from flyweight all those years ago. He fought well at feather and super bantam, but really because of his power, he was able to fight up at those divisions, not naturally places where his body needed to be. It was a lovely counter there from Inoue. He's just starting to get his range, tries to exit to the left, then the right. Donaire matching his footwork, keeping him against the ropes. Left hook to the body.
Good stuff, good positive stuff from Donaire. Really is, you know, there's always that.
Coming forwards, landing leather. He's cut the man who ripped through opponents en route to the final. Left hook just on the way out, but then he eats one as he stepped back in. Through 3 rounds, Darren, how have you got it so far?
Give Donaire the last 2 rounds, so I've got 2-1 up. Good positive stuff. Absolutely nothing to worry about. If you're an Inoue fan, you know, the cut doesn't look like a bad one. The corner's done well. See the blood coming out the nose or the mouth of Inoue there, but it's just that experience has shown in these first 3 rounds from Donaire. Just out-hustling Inoue, throwing some good shots. Misses there with a left hook. There's then reactions of Inoue. I'm surprised he didn't come back with a quick counter shot, but Donaire would be extremely pleased with how the first 4 rounds have gone.
A nice counter right hand, just as Inoue was on the turn there, exiting to his left-hand side. But as you say, Inoue just in the ascendancy. That was the shot that just landed. It's really heating up. Stiff jab to the body, just parried away. Donaire feints into range again. Round 4.
This is going so far.
Donaire, who left long-time trainer Robert Garcia in 2014, just felt he was becoming a little too over-reliant on the one punch to get him out of trouble. It did against Victor Darchinyan in the second fight. It nearly did against Guillermo Rigondeaux in the championship.
Working off the jab really well. Got the jab going. Head and body, lovely, with real snap, making Donaire think a little bit more about the shots. There you go, see the jab there, beautiful, but over the top of right hand comes Donaire.
Well, fair to say that through this fifth round. Both have been chin checked on multiple occasions. Both have passed the test so far, but only one needs to land flush from either man, and it could be all over in the blink of an eye. Both semi-finals were for both of the men in the final, and just as we say it, the right hand lands, and it's staggered Nonito Donaire, who fires back with a left hook. Inoue, sensing the moment, steps on him now. How much of this is Donaire seeing coming? Covers up, rolls, but his legs are not what they were. Another right hand lands. Moments to the bell as Inoue opens up. Check left hook from Donaire. He's firing away, but he is hurt here. Be under no illusion.
Big Donaire switched off for a second, but we see the concentration there. It was a left hook, started it on. I think it was a big overhand right that really stunned Donaire. But again, credit to the chin of Donaire. He took it well, but that was a big round. And there we go. There's the right hand. Lovely shot over the jab. The knees buckled of Donaire. Big round for Inoue.
The left hand was low. He was in range. Not too long ago, produced a classic. This in a different way, because perhaps we expected it from Pro Gray and Taylor.
To lift that Muhammad Ali trophy. Goodness, superb. 5.5 rounds.
And when Donaire hooks Donaire, but are we just starting to see the old champion ground down as he walks into another counter right hand?
He still looks fairly comfortable, but Inoue, he's starting to find the target a bit easier now. Cannot afford to throw that.
See, that, of course, is already cemented. He'll be, no doubt, a first ballot Hall of Famer in years to come. That invitation will arrive in the post, but he will be remembered tonight, win or lose, as the man who posed some serious tests for a young champion that many thought had that cloak of invincibility that so many fighters do on their way up. It just takes one contest to remove that veil of invincibility. Exchange of jabs. Oh, lovely double jab right hand there from Donaire, but again, Inoue saw it, rode the shot.
Inoue's been a good weapon. So sharp, very quick, very spiteful. Good work again from Donaire coming forward. Such a warrior, isn't he?
And either way, it's fair to say he's achieved everything that he could have in his long career. But Inoue now starting to turn the heat up with 45 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, the spiteful shots, Chris. Planting his feet, really trying his best to back Donaire back.
As you said earlier, Darren, Donaire will be seeing some of these shots coming, and he will see the patterns of movement. It's a case of whether his body at nearly 37 can respond in the way that it did. He's taking shots that he probably wouldn't have taken in the early days. He's been caught with things. His feet are noticeably slower for those that have followed his long career, but that's to be expected. It's about how the greats of boxing adapt, the likes of Roberto Duran, Larry Holmes, even old Archie Moore, who went on late in the day, and it was those fundamentals that...
He's very good with his footwork, Inoue. Takes the space away from his opponent so well. That's a good right hand.
Lovely stiff double right hand there. Inoue just steps off for a moment. The poker face is on, but he felt those.
I thought he was stunned for a second there, but he took it very well. Another good overhand right. A bit clumsy from Inoue. Let his hands drop a couple of times. He's taken some good shots from Donaire.
Donaire lasering in with that right hand. He's landed 5 or 6 in the last half a minute. But Inoue, a champion, and neither man have gone down. I don't know what the odds would have been on it. Wouldn't have got much though. And now comes Inoue again with a minute on the clock as he just weathered that mini storm in the second minute of the contest. Rallies himself for top. Donaire just reminds him why his reputation as a puncher is as it is. Uppercut, left hook. And Inoue responded. And that blood really now starting to pour. And is it going into the eye? Could that be a problem? Right hand from Donaire now. Big round. His ground and throw back.
Oh!
Counter right hand from Nonito Donaire.
Wow.
Inoue rocked to his boots, and Donaire now just sensing a moment here in round number 9. But he knows that he can't rush in. He knows he has to be careful, but he's got Inoue hurt here. Minute 30 on the clock, plenty of time to set his shots up, jabs his way in. All eyes are on the old champion. Stiff right hand lands yet again. Inoue takes it, tries to come back with a counter of his own.
Again, Donaire stalking his man, classing you as one of the best out there, and it must be hard to not believe your own hype, and doubt can kick in, when you're in a contest like this and you've got an experienced champion in front of you who really believes in himself. Doubt can kick in, but this is good stuff from Inoue.
Terrific combination on the inside. Donaire goes a little flat-footed for the first time in a while. Inoue just picking and moving now. But he's picking, and this is now Inoue's round.
Oh, and again!
But he hurt Donaire there, and he did. Right hand, left hook, then another right hand. Donaire just inching back for the first time in the round. Inoue starting to pick. Had the kettle on over 20 minutes ago now, but we're still here. Championship rounds. Right. Inoue, Donaire is hurt here. He's dealing with it well, but Inoue will sense the shots landing cleanly because Donaire not taking his feet back with him.
This is superb stuff from Inoue. What variations. Head, body, these right hands, he cannot miss at the minute. Worrying times for Donaire. Lovely work from Inoue. This is class. This really is good stuff.
Donaire desperately trying to get back on that jab, establish the range, push Inoue backwards, just give himself a breather by whatever means necessary. He's yet to hold though.
Listen to the home crowd now, really get behind him. That's a lovely left to the body. Lovely shot.
He's hurting.
I don't know what the ref's doing. Oh, he's counting now. That was a lovely left to the body, Chris.
Well, he's down for only the 3rd time in his career. It was respectful from Inoue, who let him walk away. 1 minute 35. Has he made the count? He's up. And the referee says box on. Is the end nigh here? Donaire digging deep.
He's really hurt.
Tries to hang on. Inoue opening up for the finish. He's working upstairs. Is he looking for one more big left to the body? It's a long, long time to survive in there for the old champion, who's acquitted himself so brilliantly over the last 11 rounds. But is this the end? Check left hook now. He's hurt Inoue. And Donaire just stops the momentum in its tracks as we knew he could. Reads the left hook.
He's still feeling that body shot, Donaire. Struggling to move, get out of the way of the shots from Inoue. A great contest. One of the best fights I've seen. I've enjoyed this. I really have. It's been amazing, and hats off to both guys. Fantastic stuff.
Well, they go toe to toe to the final bell. Smiles all round. So much better than
credit. Take my hats off to the preparation that must have gone in for this contest, because they're both still in there, still throwing big shots.
Well, he's got Mike Basil and Kenny Adams in his corner these days, Donaire, and 2 disciplinarian strength and conditioning experts too. He would have whipped himself into as good a shape, condition-wise, perhaps, as he's ever been. And the proof has been in the pudding. His work rate has rarely dropped, but it's Inoue now who's in the ascendancy. This is ebbed and flowed from start to finish with unifications this year.
After 12 championship rounds, we go to the scorecards. Here are your score totals. Judge at ringside, Luigi Boscaleri has it 116-111. Otavio Rodriguez, 117-109. And Robert Hoyle scores the bout 114-113 for your winner of the coveted Muhammad Ali Trophy and the IBF and WBA Ring Magazine Bantamweight Champion of the World, still undefeated,